You remember when we had the photo of the black hole from a distant galaxy, and it was banner headlines, maybe a year ago, less than a year ago, banner headlines. And if this was an exact depiction of reality, it would be a photograph, and I don't need the artist.
Okay. That's what's on your phone.
So you remembered, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the phone.
Using a phone to complain about the global warming hoax. How big of a problem is it? Like, how many people are really in denial of science in 2019? And it's got to be
for me, in a free country,
number.
that's not what matters. What matters is, in a free country, that you elect officials who are not.
Officials.
Yes, you elect people who are scientifically literate.
Yes.
They don't have to be and if they're not scientifically literate, they should be self-aware of that and then listen to people who are.
Right.
Because this is not a representation of reality.
Oh, okay.
And anything that deviates from reality is reality that has filtered through your senses.
Ooh,
yeah.
Heavy.
That's how art should be, I think.
Yeah?
Otherwise, what do you need artists for? Forces you to reckon it with your understanding of this world, and you subject it to the interpretation of an artist. Holy shit. Think about that. What's Joyce Kilmer's most famous poem? It's about a tree. Dogs piss on trees. You drive by trees, you don't even know they're there. Yet a poem about a tree. I'll never see something as lovely as a tree. Oh my gosh. So I've had this sort of baptism my whole life, being exposed to him. I'm the sibling scientist. Oh yeah. So first of all, it happens with or without us, because we are in the shooting path of countless thousands of asteroids and comets.
Right.
So what you would do is you'd find one that's headed close to us anyway, in the 7th orbit down the line or the 100th orbit down the line. And by the way, in the really distant future, you can just redirect a comet and get all the water you need. But
how far distant is that?
The comet's everywhere, dude. We're in a shooting gallery.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
Because this is not a representation of reality.
Oh, okay.
And anything that deviates from reality is reality that has filtered through your senses. And I think you will die in poverty if you elect officials who believe that as well. Yeah, I mean, whatever is your concept, the discoveries of astrophysicists bring you closer to it.
Okay. Right, just to capture.
And you know what I think about often? Why do we all know who Paul Revere is? Why? It's because a poem was written about him. These are elements in society that advance civilization and grow the economy. They get beatified by the talents of artists.
That's a word?
It is a straightforward Astro 102 equation to calculate how much mass the thing is orbiting.
Right.
Yeah, so it's cleverly conceived. I think you can't become a saint unless you've previously been beatified. Do you know in the space station they recycle your urine and your crap? Steam is a better word in that. Well, they're both good words for what they need, but
that just sounds like a bunch of awesome stuff. Like make cool shit. Has anyone done an analysis of like where he must have been? Yeah,
it's well known. Yeah, he was in a real place.
And so that
he
really
didn't pull this out of his ass, right? I mean, it's what he felt.
How do you know what he felt?
Because this is not a representation of reality.
Oh, okay.
And the cool stuff is something that they felt, and it came out of them.
Yeah.
And you see their eye out the other side. Dude. It's really freaky.
You're really into that, huh?
Yeah, it's my most heartfelt contribution to this universe.
And the idea was to sort of try to capture all the shit that was going down.
Now, on the flip side of that, try this at home. Take an ice cube that's like at 30 degrees, okay? We're just kind of there, communing with the cosmos. And that's why pipes break. A three-dimensional map.
I've tried to give that a shot.
Yes.
No, we don't know what it is, so don't worry about it if you don't understand it.
Yeah, but it's too goddamn confusing for me.
No, it's not confusing at all. It's not. It's something out there that has 85% of the gravity of the universe, and we don't know what the hell it is.
That's not confusing?
It's not confusing. It's
if you don't know what the hell it is, it's confusing by nature.
Okay, I have more nuanced definition of confusing.
Oh.
Confusing is I'm confused. I don't know how to think. Dark matter is, I don't even know what to think. So I need something in my head to be confused.
Right.
Oh, can I tell you something that might blow your mind?
No. Sure.
Is that allowed? I don't know. How many times is your mind? At least once a day.
Yeah, at least once.
You need your mind blown, okay? So you think you're just seeing the grass in the tree, but there's a car sitting right there. You don't know about this technology?
No.
Yeah. What is the purpose? And go ahead, but I'm good with what I've done, and I can land a spacecraft on Mars inside of a crater in a hole-in-one using my understanding of gravity, so I'm pretty good with it. Okay?
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Good call.
Yeah.
God, how weird.
I like the randomness. The randomness of it enriches my life. And if you're going to advertise to me because you think you know who I am, maybe you do.
That's a weird way of looking at it.
But it's
Isn't
a way.
it just
It's
that
full
people-
cost accounting. Think about that, because it's a spontaneous deposit of energy that can change the climate and do. So you want to do that on a planet that you're trying to terraform.
Isn't that the speculation of how water got here in the first place?
So the jury's still out on that. There are tags in the oceans, in the water molecule, that tell you that the water must have come from more than one source. So that's what's confusing things. We want it to be a simple thing. It all came by comets, or it all came from inside the Earth through volcanoes. Volcanoes emit. What I think of it is, there's the old saying: as the area of our knowledge grows, so too does the perimeter of our ignorance. So as that area goes, there are more places to look over the fence and stare into the abyss of ignorance that awaits you. So dark matter is sitting on the other side of the fence.
We're going to put a volcano and they're like, look.
So when we see stars orbiting something in the center of the galaxy, it is a straightforward Astro 102 equation to calculate how much mass the thing is orbiting. I don't mind a little bit of sensationalism there. You can say it is a black hole that comes from if it comes from an object, it is an object we know nothing about and have yet to discover. So at the end of the day, you have to ask, well, how are you going to make decisions going forward?
Like, it's real.
Yeah. That seems like it should be a problem. So what's your
giant
question
problem.
to me? What, am I all for it, or am I all what?
I work out all the time. I'm not buying it. Sick.
We know how to do it, but there's no real incentive. So there's no funded engineering plan to do it, but we know how to do it on paper.
We know how to do it in a conceivable way?
Oh yeah. So
I get your perspective. Let me be the opposing view. You can determine how big the black hole is based on the size of the galaxy.
we can determine the mass of the black hole by how fast
Right.
stars are moving at the distance they are from it. You scoop a cup of water out of there. I don't even care if you filter it. The H2O is still there. That is water that has passed through the kidneys of Abraham Lincoln. He wrote down the equation that worked. He wrote down the equation. The moon goes around the Earth. Earth goes around the sun. The moons of Jupiter go around Jupiter. I forgot what. Uluru. Please help me get my correct pronunciation of this. Uluru. It is something important to you and your sense of your understanding of your place in this world. Because the gravity is so strong that it cannot explode against the strength of the gravity, and it collapses into a black hole. And you get the mass, and you can't see it. It's small. It's a black hole.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the podcast.
So now watch. I'm not done with you.
Uh-oh.
Let's keep reducing the air pressure. Okay?
Theoretical? Bye, everybody.